Before the weekly analysis begins, I just want to let you know that I do have a Patreon page. We have two tiers available. The first tier is called Start Off for £15 a month, and what you will receive is access to a Discord server containing the beginners, intermediate, and advanced course, risk management course for Elliot Wave trading, as well as financial literacy content. This tier is also for those who want to learn at their own pace and generally just support what I do and just join a community of like-minded traders. The second tier that I have is called the Waveologist for £35 a month, and what you receive is everything that I mentioned above with the addition of specific chart requests for me to annotate on a daily and weekly time frame, and one-to-one support or group sessions depending on how many people have subscribed to this tier. The group or one-to-one sessions are for those people who want a little bit of extra help with their Elliot Wave education, and also give the opportunity to ask me as many questions. Please do keep in mind that these are going to be 1 hour sessions depending on how many people have subscribed, and also I would say please do consider joining. It is really good value for money, and without further ado, let's get into the analysis. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and welcome back guys to the Elliot Wave Count for pound, yen, pound, dollar and gold. But first of all, any views or opinions and suggestions that are expressed in this video do not constitute to trading or financial advice. So let's get started here on pound yen. Here's my annotations. We have an A, B, C. Obviously, these are new annotations from what I had from last week and the previous weeks that I've had. This is just a sort of another scenario that I have in play. And where we are currently, obviously, what I said from last week, that we are in this wave 3. We have finished this wave 3, and we are getting this sort of wave 4 sort of structure before we then actually continue heading up to the upside one more time. And what we have here is simply an A, B, C into a wave W. We have a nice A, B, C, D, E as a wave X into a triangle. And then we have an A, B, C into a wave Y, giving us our wave A. Right here, a WXY, giving us a wave A. And then we have a nice WXY here into a wave B. And I'm looking at around maybe 61 to 78.6%. 78.6 around this level, where we could potentially see price to start, dropping back down and giving us our C wave, and this will obviously come down as far as it wants to go. Now, keeping in mind this could be a flat correction as well, so price doesn't just have to hit the 78.6% level. It could even continue going up to these highs, taking it out, and that could give us a 3 as an A, B and a C, and then a 5 wave down as an expanded flat or even a running flat. But at the moment we are sort of making ways to upside, but it's very, very corrective. It's not a nice impulse. I mean, this does not look like an impulse to me. This is all corrective, and so I am suggesting or assuming that we are currently in this sort of wave 4 degree, and we're going to essentially get one more push down to complete it, and then from there we will then get our last wave to the upside, and that will give us our wave 5 in the higher degree. And then once that wave 5 sort of comes into play, from once the wave 4 completes, we will then get that sort of big ultimate push to the downside, and that will probably be the new cycle. So that's pound yen. For the buys this week, I would probably say we are probably going to be heading up a little bit more, but I wouldn't say it is a good time to buy. I'll be looking for the sell more, especially how it is moving correctively. I don't tend to trade in terms of corrective moves. I only trade impulsive moves. So just be a bit careful with the buys. I wouldn't recommend buying at all. I'll just wait with this pair and just sit on your hands, and wait for that nice sell to come in eventually. So that's pound yen. Let's go into pound dollar. So I did say last week that we are getting a sort of A, B and a C wave right here. However, we are starting to sort of continue push up higher, and I think my original count where this is an A, B, C into a wave 4 is sort of already completed, and the wave 4 has been completed, and we are now getting this 1, 2, 3, and we are currently in this wave 4 structure right here as an expanded flat or a running flat, and then that will give us our one more push as a wave 5, completing our wave 5 in a higher degree, and then from there we'll probably start seeing the market eventually push back down as an ABC, giving us a corrective move, and then to eventually continue even pushing up higher, if it's valid. So what do I suggest for this week? What do I think is going to happen throughout this week? probably we're going to see probably the start of the week we might see some bit more of a push down coming back, maybe taking out these lows or even coming down to these lows. There is a possibility it could even come to the extremities of wave one, which is fine. We could get a nice sort of diagonal, or whatever it may be. What I would say is we will probably be in this nice little flat. I don't really think it will come down to that level. But if it does, that's how the market moves. But what I'm anticipating is we have this wave 4 currently here. We'll take out these lows, and then obviously from price action, if we do get it, we'll get one more push up maybe towards the end of the week or so. Or maybe even throughout the week we might get sort of a sell coming in, maybe Sunday tonight or maybe even Monday, and then it will complete, and then for the rest of the week we'll just continue pushing to the upside, giving us that sort of fifth and final leg, and that will complete our overall fifth wave in a high degree as well. So that's pound dollar. Let's get into gold. So gold, I've got this. Obviously, we've completed our wave 1 and wave 2, which I've been saying for the past few weeks, and we've got that nicely. And now we have this sort of wave. We have a wave 1 here, wave 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 into a wave 3, and we have this expanding flat triangle here into a wave 4, and we will then get one more push up into a wave 5, and that'll give us our wave 1 in the higher degree. And this wave 1 is essentially wave 1 of wave 3, if that makes sense. So since we have already completed wave 1 here, we've completed our wave 2, we are now in the process of completing our wave 1 of wave 3. And then once this wave 5 is complete, we'll then essentially get an A, B, C back down into a wave 2, and that would essentially continue moving to the upside, and that will give us our wave 3 of 3, wave 4 of 3, and then wave 5 of 3, and then that will obviously complete our third wave in a high degree. Now also another thing to be very, very important for people to understand is, once we do get this corrective wave, and if we do get a nice sort of price action confirmation around the 50 to 61.8%, and we start to push higher, remember this is going to be wave 3 of 3, so we expect another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then once that fits, so we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, sorry, an ABC here, and then we have another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into a wave 3 of 3. It is a bit confusing. Just bear with me. It will obviously make sense, but that's just how Elliot Wave is. It is a bit complex for those people who don't understand, and for those people that are sort of new to this. But so far, I think with Elliot Wave theory, it does bring a huge amount of other possibilities, and I would say, in terms of this market, I wouldn't even look to sell it. I mean, especially how the fundamental drivers are sort of driving this market. Just be a bit careful, and yeah, man, we're currently in this wave 4 in gold, and then we'll look for sort of one more impulsive move for wave 5 up, and then that will complete our wave 5. That'll give us our wave 1 and wave 3, and then we'll then start seeing a correction back down deeper into a wave 2 as an ABC or something like that. So I hope you guys enjoy my video. Please do like, comment, share, and subscribe. I do have a Patreon for all those people that are interested in mentorship. Then the link will be in the description down below. And yeah, I'll see you guys until the next one. Take care. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.